You may think your dog's a lost cause, and then you watch Wizzy. Sit. Be tight, so every time she's about to hit the end of the lead, I give her a little tug. Crazy Wizzy. Hi, my name's Charlie Thorburn. Welcome to Mordor Gun Dogs. We're going to do an update on Wizzy, the craziest little cocker we've known for a long time. Wizzy's very excited to be out with me, very excited to be naughty, so we're going to see how we get on. I mean, basically, most of the time what I say to people is go out with your dog, don't give them a run, don't calm them down. You want to train them in their most highest state of excitement. Dog like Wizzy, there's definitely a time and a place and an element of let her have a run. She has just been out, I think, or maybe she's about to go out. It's kind of that time of day. I'm not sure whether she's been out or not. But she's definitely kind of like completely wired. So I'm just going to walk up and down the track with her, see how we get on, and I'm going to think about just taking her for a little run out in the long grass. And then, but we're just making this up as we go along. So we'll see how we get on. Wizzy, here. Now you can see she's just tired. Not going to react to it. Not going to get overexcited or let her get overexcited. I'm just doing what I probably did in the last video. I'm on the track, not on the grass, because she's wanting to eat the grass. The grass is more interesting. A lot of you will see this yourselves when you're trying to train your own dogs. The more interesting ground they're on, the more likely the dog is to get distracted. Easier to get them to calm down. Sit. Sit. Easier to get them to calm down and behave when they're off the lead. What's really funny about this, I'm forward thinking. We've got a 6-month-old dog here, and in 2 years' time, she's gonna be a really, really great little dog, listening to me and paying attention. And people are going to come up to see us about getting a puppy or getting a trained dog, and I'll be like, oh yeah, so this is Wizzy. They'll be like, no. We saw her on the fucking videos. We are not having one of those. And I'm going to have like these puppies from Wizzy that just no one's ever going to want to buy. Because they're like, I'm not having a little bit of crazy. Got to remember though, is she's the odd one out in her litter. Her brother, her sister, two brothers and sister here for training. Really calm, really easy, really biddable. And she definitely got, sit. She definitely got the lion's share of the crazy. So I'm going to let her off. We're going to head over to the long grass, see what happens. And, you know, got to keep life interesting. So if you're seeing this, she's got her tail tucked in. She's basically having the zoom. I'll do in this scenario is use this to my advantage. I'm getting her, you know, vaguely trying to guide her through these bushes and things. Come on then. Good girl. Come on then. Come on. Because I want to use this energy just to get her into a little bit of cover. I don't want her just doing this on the lawn. I want her crashing through the grass, crashing through those thicker bits, because then I know vaguely using it to our advantage, kind of getting her into some of the thicker cover. Good girl. Good girl. Now, I didn't call her back because when you call a dog back when they're having the zoomies, quite often you can't get them back. But she just happened to come towards me. I crouch down. I make a big fuss of her. Put her down again so she's not ignoring me. She's not coming back. But when she comes back to me, she's just getting a positive, okay? And she's back down just like, you can see this dog's like a kind of coiled spring. She kind of reminds me of my eldest son. She's gone back to the kennels, so I'm slightly concerned that the reason she's gone back to the kennels is because she's also thinking about being fed. Because Sean was just in the kennels doing their afternoon food, so we need to probably like just keep her going a bit. Come on then, come on. Good girl, good girl. A video the other day about holding a dog by their scruff. I actually haven't read the comments. but I'm sure there's some negative ones. But this is a prime example. I've got a young dog who I need to get hold of, and I just need to grab them by their scruff, and I don't want it to upset them. I don't want them to freak out. And I'm putting her back on the lead. She's had a good blast. Putting her back on the lead. She's just still got a little bit of tensed up energy, so just give her a little correction every time we feel like that's going to come out. Now, what I was saying is she reminds me of my eldest son. We were coming back from a trip the other day. It was my wife's birthday, and we went off out to do something in the morning, and we had lunch on Sunday, and we were driving home, and we felt this vibe in the back of the car. And about 2 miles away from here, there's a single wind turbine on the top of a hill, or in a little bit of a hill, and there's just a really, really steep hill. And my wife just said, just stop the car. And it wasn't even me. Can't even blame me being the tyrant. My wife said, come stop the car. Right, Freddie, I want you to run to the top of that hill. I mean, most kids would be like, what? He was just like, great. He jumped out of the car, he jumped the fence, and he took off. I mean, some of it was so steep that he couldn't actually stay on it because he was having to go like a mountain goat and go on all fours. But he ran to the top of this hill, and then he ran back down so fast. Honestly, it was one of those sort of, when you're running, your legs get away from you. He was basically having the zoomies, like little Wizzy is here. He was basically having the zoomies. Did the whole thing in about 3.5 minutes. I mean, out the car, over the gate, up the hill, back down again. It was like this fell runner in the making. And that's just like Wizzy, you know, just her legs are almost carrying her, and her brain can't even keep up. Okay, so we've popped her back on her lead, and she's going to the full strength of the lead now. She's going to the full end of the lead. I'm just being consistent that it'd be tight. So every time she's about to hit the end of the lead, I give her a little tug, because she does know how to walk to heel, because you saw her after a minute doing, but she's just got this, I need to go. Okay. And the reason I'm putting myself through this torture with her is because I really want it to help you guys realize that, you know, you may think your dog's a lost cause. And then, but she's just not focusing on me at all today. Okay, but I've given her that opportunity to go for a run. I've given her, think she needs more. Have it on her terms. She's got to do something for me. Now, if she walked up and down here a few times, nice and loosely, without pulling on the lead, heel. Then I would let her off again. Just being completely self-willed. So I'm just not going to let her do it. It's just not acceptable. And I will go on as long as she needs to, okay? It's not her farm, it's not her day, it's not her deal. Because she's not pulling for anything. She's not like trying to get to a ball. She's not trying to get to a bird. She's just doing it for the sake of it, okay? She's just going because she just thinks, I'm going over there. I don't even think she's thinking about it. She's just doing it. So backs and forwards, and it's relentless. And people go, oh, I'm trying it. I'm trying your lead work method. It doesn't work. The reason it's not working with Wizzy now, she's just not in the right frame of mind. But it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means I have to keep going, okay? Now, Wizzy hasn't had any real notable training for a while. None of my team want to take her on. It's Wizzy's the daughter of the cobbler, and she hasn't got any shoes, kind of a deal. Okay, he's too busy making everybody else's shoes that his children are wandering around without shoes. We're too busy training everyone else's. Now, after like a few minutes, you can still see her still like, oh, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going. Hey. Wizzy. Sit. Girl. You are and pretty crazy little thing, aren't you? heel, heel. So just stopping for no other reason than it's just something else to do, isn't it? We'll do some heeling, we'll do a sit. She did a sit, so I didn't want to go to hold it too long. But she's definitely kind of settling down. She's definitely trying her pace and less her, you know, if you were to monitor her heart rate, like the rate of her heart will have gone down. She's calming down a little bit. She's still Wizzy the crazy cocker, so it's limited. Now, what I want to say to you, imagine you were trying to do this with this little dog in a park. So you go to my videos that say don't walk your dog, okay? Imagine you were trying to do this in a park and she just set to having the zoomies. I mean, she'd be gone. She'd be run over, she'd be off with somebody else. So we're lucky that we've got this environment, but that when you have a dog that's kind of high energy, full of beans, you've got to really think about where you're doing it. We don't really have fences here, but they're kind of, there's boundaries, there's ditches, there's a pond, there is a fence over there. Like there's vaguely something to keep her contained. She's not got anywhere near any of the edge of them, but what I want to do is live in the middle of nowhere. So there is nowhere for her to get up to any real danger. So I can afford to let her off. But just be really aware of that with your own young dogs in training environments. You do have to let them off somewhere. Okay, you can't keep them on a lead their whole life. And we've seen dogs come here and the owners literally have never let them off. And they are like Wizzy crazy coiled springs. And they don't have the confidence to let them off. But you saw, you know, I let her off. Yes, she's running around like a loony, but she still wants to vaguely be with me. I walked away. She ran back to the kennels. She ran back again. She ran back in. She came to me, you know, a handful of times. I praised her a few of them. I want to make sure that that is like a place that she wants to be. I really am not going to get on her case for jumping up or anything. If she wants to be there, that's great, because she wants to be hugging my leg. She wants to be with me. That's a win when you're training a dog like this. I wouldn't be letting a 7-month-old, I think she's 6 or 7 months old. I wouldn't be letting a 7-8-month-old Labrador do this. And I wouldn't be letting a dog that's do this, that is going off to a new home and further down the line in their training, because I don't want them jumping up. But when I've got a dog that really I'm just pleased she wants to be within 20 feet of me or 20 miles of me, then you know, I want to make that. And you can see she's enjoying it. Little tail's going. Little tail's always going. You could power a city off her tail and enthusiasm. But we're just looking for little small wins, you know, until we can really put in the time to do sort of more training. We've got a lot of dogs going off to their new homes between now and the end of the year. We've got a trip to America with a few dogs, some dogs going south. Sort of regular dogs leaving at the moment, which is sort of nice for the trainers to sort of see their dogs going off to their new homes, nice for the dogs to get off to their new homes, but it also means we'll then have a little bit of a lull, hopefully in January, February, before kind of, you know, it all starts again and the puppies start arriving, to kind of concentrate on some of the little rat bags like this. The great thing about Wizzy is she's a sweet little dog. She's an absolute devil, but she's a sweet little dog. None of it's badness. None of it's like, I want to get away from you. I want to get away with this. She's just like, life's fun. Life's for me. Oh, what a wonderful life, huh? You get out what you put in. We just haven't put anything into her. So we're not getting anything apart from a little bit of love out of her. So, you know, it's just what's happened in sort of the current situation. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I like to kind of pride myself on, that's what our video is about, is this just kind of, this is what it is. We haven't put in the time to Wizzy. We've been putting in the time to all these other dogs. And so she's not really improving. The thing is because of where we are and the place, you know, where we live and how we operate, she's also not getting any worse. So it's not like she's not improving, but she's getting further and further away. She's chasing more and more pheasants. She's chasing deer, and her obedience isn't getting any better, but everything else is getting worse. She's literally just static. All she's doing is growing, and she's not even doing that very much either. She's still pretty small, quite a lot smaller than her siblings. But I think, yeah, her mum's neat, so she's not going to be big. But we just need to put in more time to her, and I have every confidence that Wizzy will be part of our demonstration team in the future. And you no doubt you'll all want to come and meet her, because you'll be like, that's the wild one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.